blocking anyone.
No, yeah. That's discussion about what?
Keyboard.
So,
We're in the key of B minor.
yeah. Because
We know that because we start on the B power chord and the pentatonic B minor scale goes over it.
Yeah. And we use power chords.
Yeah, we use power
instead of
chords
normal chords.
because we wanted it to sound rocky.
Yeah, but not too rocky.
Yeah,
It's
so
like
just
more,
rock.
Yeah, rock.
Because it fits the vibe of like the set list we're going for.
Yeah.
And we'll start with a vamp to get the audience going.
And vamp is, what is a vamp, Amber? A vamp
What's
is
a vamp?
vamp is building up to a section to endure suspense, and it can be done through adding more texture or less texture until you reach your original idea.
So how do we use a vamp?
How do we use
We
vamp?
repeated like the main riff of music, which is how I will demonstrate.
Well, at the start, how do we use vamp?
Yeah, the start.
Yeah. We
First start
repeated it.
with the drums.
Yeah, the drums.
Okay, we started with the drums, then we repeated it. Which is
So that's a bass line, and we gradually added more instruments.
Yeah. I have my counter melody on the lead guitar, which added more texture. You had your drums, which were the bass line texture, nothing else. And then Izzy's bass line, my first riff,
Which I accompanied with a kick.
which was accompanied with the kick.
For
Amber's-
chord response.
Amber did the chords
Yeah,
of the bass line, same chords as the bass line.
Yeah.
And altogether, it created a nice warm, thick texture, which brought us into the original idea
which
for
you
verses.
brought us into with your drum hit, which
Yeah,
was
my
like
fill.
with your
which
fill.
was like a trigger for us all to
Yeah,
come
so
in.
it's a cue.
Mhm.
Well, fill's not perfect, so we need to improve that.
Yeah.
I need to improve that.
We need to improve that.
Yeah, we just clock it in more.
Yeah.
The intro, and then we got a verse so far.
Yeah, and then after the chorus, which we've done, we'll probably repeat another verse.
Well, what do we do at the end of the chorus?
Okay.
Going into
We
the
go-
at the end of the verse, going into the chorus.
Oh yeah, we had the little break.
We have a
Which
little break,
introduces
which
the chorus.
and the only thing playing in that break is Yuri's sticks.
Yeah, and
and
do counting.
to do a counting that's going 1, 2, 3, then on the crash.
Yeah, on the four.
Yeah, on the four.
Which one chooses in again into a chorus. Maybe
Yeah.
where we just play stronger, harder,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
with more
Yeah.
texture.
And I'm playing a different counter melody.
Yeah.
They're playing a different bass line and a different chord
Different
pattern.
chords.
And at the end of the chorus, how do we bring it back into the verse?
You do some bends.
I do some.
Yeah, we repeat the chord, like we strike it 3 times, 4 times even.
Some interesting bends.
Yeah. So they quite
You play
what's the
what?
word?
It's like staggered bends. I don't know.
It's
But you got
doesn't really sound right, but it does at the same
it's
time.
like it's an aggressive.
Distorted.
bend. Yeah.
Distorted and aggressive.
It's where you play one note underneath with and you bend up to that note.
Yeah.
While playing that same
yeah.
note at the same time.
Yeah.
So it creates a distorted, aggressive sound.
And we're gonna have a guitar solo in, aren't we?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna add a
something.
guitar solo, which I'm gonna be working on for quite a while until I've got it spot on.
And we do that over the verse chords that we use in the vamp section.
Yeah.
What about
Exactly.
for the ending? What are we thinking?
And what do you think for the ending? Okay.
Either we just keep going fast pace, or we can slow it down slowly and just gradually decrease the
Well, are we
volume.
gonna have a middle eight, like a bridge? Because we could use the chords like that we used in the vamp to break it down. Because having a breakdown's also a good way to get the crowd going.
Yeah, we can try that.
We could have instead of a middle eight that brings us into the ending, into the outro.
Oh, what, like a slower outro, like a breakdown into an outro.
Yeah.
Could do that, yeah.
I guess so. We could do that.
Is that everything? We've talked about everything. What
Yeah.
else is there? What else did we use? How did we come to this song? Because at first we had a different idea, which we scrapped because it sounded too much like "Go Your Own Way," right?
One way or
No,
another.
One way or another.
Yeah, man. We had another song. But you
Did
hadn't- you hadn't heard for that.
Oh yeah, I was.
And it sounded
in the
similar to
toilet.
the other song that we did.
The Oh, the what?
Yeah, and it sounds similar to that. So we scrapped the idea. When
Okay.
Amber came up with some sick chord progression, and it was really good. Yeah, we had
Is that the chord progression we got now?
yeah.
Yeah.
But we had to add in another chord because I was playing the bass line or something. And when Izzy was like, "Oh, that's nice."
That's
So
nice.
you know when you said it to me like 7 3 5 2 6. That is the pattern, by the way.
Yeah.
We just broke the fourth wall there for a second. I was like thinking of those Will It riffs.
Oh yeah.
Will It riffs, Tapex, Will It riff, Beans.
It did riff.
It did riff.
And yeah, we had to add in another chord so it fits in with a bass note we added in.
And then I put the chorus on the string down for the power chord so that it
Yeah.
sounds like lighter and higher.
Yeah.
Smart.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. And for the solo, I'm going to be playing pentatonic scale across the entire neck. Maybe changing slightly throughout. We'll see. Maybe a few blue notes. We'll get to that bridge when we
As
come
for the
to it.
drums, after the intro part, it's just a 4/4 beat.
Yep.
And then
What sort of BPM? Fast pace.
fast pace. I don't
Like
what
about
is a BPM?
probably about
120,
110,
115.
Compromise.
115. Let's just say
Let's
that.
just say it's 115.
Around abouts.
For the verse, I just play the hi hat, but on the chorus, I play the ride cymbal, which makes it sound softer and a bit clearer. And then I change it back to a hi hat, and then back to a ride cymbal, and then that's pretty much.
And that's difficult to do.
Oh, and I've written the lyrics, and they're kind of about being scared of someone or being chased by someone, because that's the feeling that the song kind of gives. Like, it's a rock song and it's minor, so it's a bit
Okay, so what is the structure then? How does it go? Verse, chorus, bridge.
verse, but it's like a double verse, so it's like double long. And then we've got a chorus, then we'll have another set of verses or verse, and then we'll have a chorus, then solo, didn't we say?
Yeah. So
And
verse.
then maybe the breakdown we spoke.
We'll just say like verse for the big verses. So verse, chorus, verse,
then
Right.
chorus, then
chorus,
it'll
solo,
be your solo, and then we could do like the breakdown into the outro, so like
breakdown,
slow,
outro.
maybe into the fade.
So big.
Could do that.
Okay, that sounds good to
Good
me.
try that out.
We'll try it.
Got time. It's only your first day. You can do it.
Is that everything?
We use distortion on the guitars.
We use distortion on the
The
guitars.
bass has a clean sound, but
Yeah.
there's some treble in it. Set along with,
Mine has got quite a bit of treble
and
on it.
there's some boosted mids on the bass.
Yeah, I've also done the same so that you can hear my higher end. Amber's has got a more low end.
And it's crunchy if you want.
Yeah, crunchy. So I think that's good.
That's pretty much it.